What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. You can't convince a woman to want you. You cannot convince a woman to want you. Let me first, two things. One, let me shout out Mr. Locario. I saw a short of his, and I'll put a link in the description box where he was talking to a caller. He was saying, you can't persuade a woman to like you. Now, I don't know the whole context, but Mr. Locario, he used the example of a gay guy. Like, for all your heterosexual guys, a gay guy, he can do whatever he wants, but if you ain't gay, you ain't fucking him. At least I hope you won't. If you are, you are. Hey, that's you. But I don't think the guy got it. He thought it was an extreme thing, but, basically it was just saying if a woman, Locario was just using that example to say, hey, if a woman don't want you no matter what, you can't get her. I talked about that in Nice Guys and Players. I said if a woman don't choose you, there's nothing you can do. You can't convince her. And now, even in situations where you talk about choosing signals versus cold approach, even in cold approach, yeah, you can go over there and see. I say it's nothing wrong with cold approach. If you use the damn principle, you say damn, or the woman just didn't see you. She's in a position, yeah, you go ahead and approach. But then, even in that spot, she's making a choice whether or not she wants you. All you doing is letting her see you, and even then, she just making that choice right there on the spot. And they usually make their choices quickly anyway. That's just their nature. Now, they can change their mind, but not based off anything you do. Like, if you in a social circle or something, like, as long as you don't try to win her over, she might change her mind, but you can't try. See, a lot of guys, they don't get that whole point. They think, well, we can do something. Like, when I did that, my most viewed video was, pay attention to the women who want you. I'll put that one in the description box too. And I got a lot of pushback on that. What if we don't like them? All this stuff. All right, you just don't like them then, but just saying. If you're going to deal with a woman, you need to deal with a woman who really want to be with you. A woman who's choosing you. Because you can't convince her no matter what. But see, a lot of guys, they don't believe that shit. Because even in situations where it seemed like you want her over, have a good conversation with her. Just have a really good conversation with her. Hell, Malcolm X talked about that in the autobiography of Malcolm X. Incidentally, I remember somebody said, well, you will learn everything from there. I ain't never said that. I hate dumbass motherfuckers. But I learned from all over, really. But, and just real quick, this ain't a Muslim kufi. Somebody asked if I was Muslim. I was like, no, this is a sport. This is one of those sports hats. This is from East Side, okay? Shit. But anyway, Malcolm X had said it. He thought he was doing all this stuff, had control over Betty and all that. But then at their wedding reception, her and her girlfriends were like, yeah, you got him. And what's that other woman? I think she wrote that manipulated male. I think she said it. If not her, somebody said it. A man chases a woman until she catches him. Women always know. Look, they always know. They know who they want and who they don't want. And if a woman don't want you, she just don't want you. Don't make an effort to, try to convince her. When she is shown, and she'll show it. If she make it, because if a woman really wants you, she gonna make it easy for you to be with her. It's just that simple. She gonna text you right away. She gonna talk to you on the phone. You ain't gonna have to think about it. You ain't gonna have to hit me up privately like, well, I ain't sure if this woman like me. I get a lot of those. Either privately or sometimes on public, on videos where I ain't even talking about that particular subject. Man, they get deleted. Oh, Rom ain't being Mr. Nice Guy. People think I'm more chill. Nah. Rom got less patience than ever now. Shit. Strokes do that for you. You put yourself in a position, you got to start thinking about Whether you gonna live or not, shit. Yeah, shit, you like get to the point with some shit. But you get tired of that. Dudes ain't sure. Dudes are not sure whether a woman really wants them. Look, first of all, if a woman really wants you, she ain't gonna play coy and all that other shit. Because usually, like, if they playing coy or they ain't showing right away they want to be with you, it's two things. One, they just having fun with you. There's a lot of women out there, they like to entertain themselves with a man's attention. That's entertainment for them, you know? Because like in my book, Nice Guys and Players, and this is something a few other people had talked about too, but I will never forget this scene. I talked about it before, where this woman, and this was an example of a woman's vanity. Like, she was wearing a yellow dress. I'll never forget the color because she was fine. And this was in downtown D.C. back in the 90s. And what it was, we had, I don't know if they still have them, but like the bike messengers would gather like at the end of the day, right? The bike messengers would gather at the end of the day at this particular park. It's either Farragut North or West, whatever park. I ain't been there. Shit, closing in on 30 years now. I ain't been through there, but 25 years at least. But whatever the case, it was a park. It had all these bike messengers. This woman was walking right through them, right? Walking right through them. I was feeling bad until I saw where a car was, and I was like, hold up. She had about 5 ways she could have got to a car without going through these guys. She wanted the attention because she was walking slow as shit, too. She was liking it. Because, see, sometimes a dude think a woman might want them because she's entertaining him. But she's just entertaining. That's her fun. You get some women, yeah, you be texting them and shit. They be showing their girlfriends for entertainment. They be showing their girlfriends and stuff. You thinking she really wants you. You know, she been putting your damn text on read and all that shit, doing a whole bunch of shit. If you got to question it, let's put it like this. If a woman wants you, you ain't even got to worry about that shit. Because a woman's nature, she gonna let you know. She gonna let you know. She gonna go her way to talk to you. You be someplace, everything. You ain't, in fact, you probably be like, let's put it like this. Here's a way of putting it. Think about all those women that you don't find attractive coming for you. All right, so a beautiful woman, she gonna do the same thing. Even the shy ones, they gonna do something. Put themselves in your path, something. And that's just how they do. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. So they either that or they figure, okay, got a mark right here. Those women talking about, well, you got to wait 90 days and shit. You got to wait 90 days or you got to take me to this restaurant. And you be trying to just get a kiss or something. And they be like, well, no, I don't kiss on the first date. No one she done swallowed somebody's kids on some other first date with a guy. It wasn't even a date. She just came over to his place. Shit. But you taking her to those fancy restaurants, she gonna go. You buying some shit. And especially if she goes someplace and don't want to eat the food but get a doggy bag, she bring that for the guy she actually want to deal with. Oh yeah. Yeah, you chasing a woman who really don't want you. That's how a lot of guys get played. They think they winning that woman over. But even in cases like say you got a situation where you did all the stuff, you making all the moves, and she does reciprocate. Talk to her a bit. Talk to her. You might find out she just playing the game. She just knowing, she said, well, you know, I saw you way long time ago. I put myself in your path, son. You get her nice and comfortable. You find out she saw you from a mile away. Cousin Tito, a.k.a. Scorpio, talked about that in his book, The Seduction Scriptures. I forgot which page, but it's in there. I'm going to put a link for that in the description box for you. I'm going to put a link for that. Because he talked about, one of the things he said was a woman see you from 5 blocks away and she already putting you in a category. By the time you got there, because honestly, with that cold approach, in most, I say in 90% of the cases, the women already done seen you. 90%, I'm going to say 90%. It's going to be very rare you really cold approaching a woman. They know how to play that shit. That's part of the... I was talking about the women's game yesterday. And in their eyes, a lot of guys are dumb. Now, you get some guys thinking they're going to win some women over. Usually some guys with some money. Because if the guy don't got any money, anything to offer, she gonna cut him off. But he got some money. He got some money or something, and she ain't really feeling him. Oh, she'll let him buy flowers and take her to some dinner so she can get a doggy bag for the man she really fucking. But he ain't really hers. Shit. And what did I say? I did that one show about this dude's book, Russell Price, who wrote a book, You Might Not Have a Woman If. A lot of dudes out here really don't have a woman. They think they do. Because sometimes, even if sometimes a woman might, they getting out of that. Used to be the woman would marry the guy. They getting out of that. They married a guy, but he doubled back home one day. Shit. Look, a woman either wants you or she don't. If they ask yourself this, if you gotta work to convince that woman of what you gotta say, well, you should like me and I got this, this, and this. A woman gonna like you for shit, first of all, you ain't thinking about. That's the first thing, for shit you ain't thinking about, too. She see. Women checking out men all the time, they see. If you gotta convince that woman, shit, she ain't for you. You might as well, hey, look, you're effectively friend zoned. At that point, you need to, that's why you keep your dick in your pants. You don't give them the gift of the D. And you keep your wallet in your pocket. Until she shows that she really wants to be with you. They see a lot of guys don't want to hear that. They want to come, they want to argue. They'll argue with somebody like Locario who know the game. Argue with me, shit. They'll argue with some pimps. Pimps will tell you that shit. You can't convince a woman who don't do that like pimps. I'm gonna tell you what. People really talk. They'll have that negative stereotype, and I'm gonna say it's a stereotype of them convincing some woman to be a hoe. No, they look for a woman who already got it in her. Shit, there's a lot of women out there, renegades and shit. They don't have a pimp. They still fucking for money. He dealt with one. She was charging everybody else money. I got my shit for free. In fact, she probably took the money she got from one guy to pay for a hotel for me and her. Because see, if a woman really wants you, even when you approach, she wanted you, if she really wants you. Even in times you think you cold approach, she probably saw you from a block away. Get Scorpio's book. She probably saw you a mile away. What a man got to do is not even, a big part of the game is just paying attention. Who giving a signal? Who walking slow? You walking and stuff. Which women smiling? Which women happen to be coming out the same time you do? Or walking or something? Shit. Yeah. Ask yourself all that shit. Because you ain't going to convince it. Now, of course, you always get some guys. I invariably get one guy say, well, nah, man, I disagree with you. They won't say, they'll just say they disagree. They ain't going to say, well, they never going to talk about themselves. It's like the same thing with guys who think it takes money. I noticed some. Not one over the years, not one of those guys say, well, I got this happy woman with my money. Not once. They'll talk shit about you, call you broke, all that shit, but they'll never, say themselves. You know? See, that kills me. That's a whole other video. That kills me. People be defending some shit, yet it ain't working for them. Because that'd be my first question. How that working for you? You know? And with that change thing, shit, if a woman ain't, it's one thing she might deal with you for attention or for whatever. But that's how most guys get played. Remember, I was talking about the woman's game. Most of the time, a man's you get some men, they trying to convince the woman, so the woman say, well, shit, let me milk this as long as I can. Yeah. Nah, baby, I don't kiss right away. And then you try to get her to kiss or something, or some more shit, some sex. She said, oh, hey, how you treat a lady? I'm a lady. You don't treat me like that. whatever. If I run into a woman, she acting like she don't want to do some shit, I just say, oh, okay. All right. You know? Yeah, I'll keep quiet on some stuff. Someone might be watching. Shoot. Because a woman who wants you, look, if a woman wants you, she's going to do a lot of stuff. If a woman wants you, you don't have to worry about it. She's going to call you out the blue, see what's up with you. She might not take you to dinner or something, but she'll bring you a plate. She'll bring you a plate. She'll take her time. That's her time. She'll take her time, make you a plate or something. She's going to do some shit for you. If she know you like a certain like dress or a certain something, she's going to wear that shit for you. But see, a lot of guys, they see that woman, they just got to have her and shit. Right? Even though the woman is shit. You know? The best thing in that scenario is she just tell you straight up she don't want you. The rest are trying to play. You know, how many guys out there have taken some women out to dinner, spent a whole lot of money on a woman, all that shit just to hear, oh, you know, I think we'll just be friends. You know, or just get played or used. Like I said, you got some women, man, they just on some evil shit. They'll use that guy because that guy ain't seeing the signs. And I still say, you know, like I said, I get some guys hit me up privately, they'll hit me up publicly, whatever, wondering about a woman. It's like, if you got a wonder and shit, that ain't your woman. You know? I mean, I've heard some horror stories and stuff. I mean, like the snow thing. Russell Price talked about that in his book. You might not have a woman there, and it's out of print, so don't even ask about it. Because I asked him about it. He said it's out of print. He made more money doing something for the women. He said, is he your man or is your head in the sand? So, but still an important thing. But he talked about something, and I've heard about this a couple times. And some of y'all probably heard about this a couple times. Situation where it's a major snowstorm, and you get some guy ain't realizing the woman ain't really his woman. Realizing that, you know, she ain't really choose him. And he thinking, she might have dealt with him a little bit. He thinking, okay, I'm going to get over her house and everything. And, you know, we'll be stuck in the snow. We can have a good time. I've heard stories, like from more than one place, not just Russell's book, but from more than one place. A man go over a woman's house, snowstorm, and she said, look, you didn't call first. I didn't want you to come over here. You know? One woman was nice, though. She let the motherfucker sleep on her couch. That motherfucker came over to, I said, he came over to bone you. She was like, yeah, but I wasn't feeling it. I was like, damn. Oh, shit. Oh, well. It is what it is. Yeah, man, come over through the snow, all that shit, think he getting snowed in. Women wouldn't let him in, get stuck. I've heard so many stories involving a snowstorm. I was like, that wasn't your woman, man. Like I said, you get some women, they'll still like mess around a bit. You know, they like that attention and shit. You know, something to do while, you know, that dude who dicking them down decided he, you know, her turn comes up because she's in his rotation. Oh, man. And some guys need to understand that shit because you can't logic them. And, you know, you can't really try. Now, there are situations, like I said earlier, where a woman might change her mind, but you can't change it. You just got to do you. I've had plenty of situations, women tell me straight up they hated my guts. And I'd just be like, okay. And I wouldn't do anything. All of a sudden, they would be like, you know, I'm starting to like you. I ain't doing anything special. It's like, because I know some dudes would be like, well, what can I do? Nothing. You just keep going. If a woman ain't feeling you, She just ain't feeling you. You don't get mad. You know, you be the real black pill, just accept it. That's the real black pill. And one of these days, if I'm in a mood, I'm gonna really fuck with some black pillers here, because most of them are really just blue pillers, trying to fake like they black pill. That's another conversation. But seriously, you know, I'd be like, man, okay. Because like I always said, and I said this several times, if as a man you just fix yourself up where you can attract even the beautiful women. And if you're not attracting them, you feel like you ain't attracting the ones you want, then there's something up with you. That says something more about you, because the beautiful ones, they smile. They smile and everything. Just saw Cutie in the gym. I hadn't seen her in a long time. She's real teethy. You know? She's real teethy. But you just gotta you gotta carry yourself a certain way. It's easy to work on yourself and your presentation and try to convince them. Because you can't convince them. They make that choice. If they don't make that choice, you move on. Shit, the time you wasting pining over that one woman, shit, you could be boning. You could be all up in a woman who for you 100%. Ain't shit. She bringing a plate over. You don't even have to go any place. She bringing a plate over. Shit. She texting you. She sliding in your DMs. Shit. Yeah. But anyway, though, that's all I got for today, y'all. You know? So check out those links I shared, man. Check out those links, especially at Miss Locario. Get Scorpio's book. You know, check out that video where I talked about, you know, pay attention to the women who want you. I think that's the title, man. I don't know. I got about several thousand videos on here. I don't remember each and every one like that. That's another thing. People kill me. They be asking for something specific and shit. I was like, go to my archives first. Then, well, can you do it? No, motherfucker. I've been done saying I don't do requests. Oh, and you can't even offer money. Fuck that shit. You can't even offer money. You know? No money, because I'm going to tell y'all something. This is just a manhood thing. If you can compromise your principles for any amount of money, even $1 million, there's somebody who got it, and they'll compromise your principles. That'll be the motherfucker say, okay, here's $1 million. Why don't you let me tie you up and shit and do some shit to your body? You'd be like, fuck that. Because once you compromise yourself, that's it. No man, no, it ain't even for money. Don't compromise yourself for money, all right? So, anyway. That's all I got for today. I know I ain't gonna do another video today. It's very rare I do 2-car videos. Something serious would have to happen. So anyway, though, I get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.